Welcome to episode number 7 of Live Fest Club. It's raw, it's real. We have Amy Lynn on the show of radio fame, also of social media fame. Super excited to have you, Amy. We've got a lot of history together. Looking forward to talking about that and so many other things. Also with me, my co-host, Pat Jira. The show is sponsored by Patrick Dearborn, and we are ready and excited to talk about your whole world.
My world.
Your world, yes.
This is going to be a long show. Pack it in because we're staying a while. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Mr. Live Fest, because I am very excited to be on the show. And I know that we have talked about this, but I think it's really cool to finally be here and be in your actual club, Live Fest.
The Live Fest Club,
Pretty cool place, huh?
Yeah. How many years has it been? I mean, how many years did it take to go from you kicked off Live Fest in Naples to now you have a club Live Fest?
Well, we kicked off Live Fest in 2019, and then we took a break in 2020 because of COVID,
right?
As you know.
Yeah.
You've been a part of it since the beginning.
Yeah.
And you've been up there co-hosting with me and getting the crowd fired up and excited about the first starting act, next act, and, talking about our sponsors and everything else. So, yeah, this is 7 years since we started and 6 years of performances. It's this December 13th at
14th?
Tiburon, at the Tiburon Ritz.
Am I wrong about
13th,
that?
right?
It's the 14th.
No, that was a previous year. Yeah, you have a good memory going back a year. It's December 13th this year.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
I doubt it. You're usually right, so I would never question you anyhow. So it is December 13th this year.
Day ahead. Okay, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're excited about it. We've got Darius Rucker. We have Russell Dickerson. We have OAR. And we have local hometown heroes, Rock Republic.
Wow.
It's going to be a great show.
Which I love. I love that you have included local people that are here in our backyard performing. I think that's so great. You've done that every year since the beginning because Ben Allen Band, I know, performed at the very first Live
and
Fest.
second.
Yeah, for us, so which is really cool. And I always love that you pick multiple genres of music to represent. You know, I think that's also great because it really, I mean, I could tell you have a rock background because I remember the year before we had Old Dominion and Goo Goo Dolls, which by the way was like bucket list. I mean, for me, Old Dominion was everything, but you were like, I'm going to get Goo Goo Dolls. I'm getting Johnny Resnick, and you did it. So yeah. I thought that was really cool. I'm like, this guy's a rocker. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we love I love all genres, but yeah, much more slanted towards rock and roll, classic rock,
And you're bringing it back with OAR this year.
Yeah.
Of a Revolution. That's cool.
Yeah, and their songs like, Shattered and Love and Memories are amazing. There's not a lot of bands that have been able to, sell out Madison Square Garden, as well as they've played Red Rocks, I think, 9 times.
That's amazing.
That's a lot. I don't know how many bands have played Red Rocks 9 times.
And what an incredible venue that is.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is.
No, me and Ricky are just laughing because we really enjoy that song. Was it Crazy Game of Poker? Great song. Rock Republic used it for, actually they used it for the picture that we took here at Live Fest Club, all of us. That was the song that they used. So amazing lineup as always at Live Fest.
Darius Rucker is great. I mean, he never puts on a bad show ever, no matter where I've seen him. And Russell Dickerson, I don't know if there's anyone that has more energy than Russell Dickerson, and he's coming off of a #1 hit, which is so cool. I'm so excited to see him this year. I think it's going to be so cool.
Yeah, Happened to Me. What a song, right?
Yeah,
hasn't he had like 6 #1s in total? And this is he is coming off the #1 if he's not still #1 with Happened to Me, which is a really good high energy.
Yeah, taking a little lead from Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Never a bad move.
But to your point, real quick, when he's up on stage, boy, this guy brings the energy. You never know what he's going to do. I mean, sometimes he rips his shirt. He's pretty buff. I mean, he works out. He's a big guy, too.
Yeah.
Big guy, statuesque guy. He can rip his shirt off sometimes. You don't know. Sometimes he'll take beer cans and, shake them up, spray the crowd. I mean.
It's like a Ricky Haas, basically. You just don't know if he's going to keep the shirt on or off.
Yeah.
But, Steve,
Can't go to jail for you, Ricky Haas?
Let me ask you a question. Rock Republic, is that the, let's say, biggest but kind of most exciting opening act that you've had at Live Fest? Because I mean, to have them open up is, at least from my standpoint, it's pretty exciting and pretty big.
Well, it's exciting for me. A lot of it has to do too with the
Yeah.
history. You know, I know I basically when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I used to hang out with Rick Yacono, who is Christian Yacono, the leader of Rock Republic. It's his father. So I actually knew Christian Yacono before he was born because
Sure.
I knew his dad. And I used to hang out with his dad on Marco Island. So to see that come full circle,
Yeah.
and now Live Fest be the largest venue that they've ever played in their career, you know, is really, really pretty cool, you know, full circle thing. And I know they're really excited about it. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched
They
a
got
lot.
such a buzz about them, you know.
Well, they're the whole package. I mean, I've watched a lot of bands, as you guys know, and I've been in and around them, you know, for my whole life. And one thing that's very special about them is they're very, very tight. They have an amazing stage presence. They have a really cool look, you know, a unique look. Their choreography on stage is great. And, you know, Eric Whitener, the way he hits those notes, he's spot on. And, you know, they just have a following that keeps growing and growing and growing. I'm super excited for their future. You know, we've had them on the show before.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought of when I started watching them play years ago was, why are you guys still here? Why are you guys still here? And I can tell you, in my opinion, the only thing holding them back is originals.
Right.
Yeah.
You need
Right.
originals.
Yeah, you do. That's true because we have let me just say amazing local talent in this area. We are so incredibly lucky to have the talent that we have here. I mean, I know you've had Slim on the show before, who's incredible. Sheena Brooke is incredible. Also, she's a dear friend. The caliber of talent is here. I love that you're giving a stage for this talent to go out and showcase what they have to our people.
Yeah,
And
and
it's a big stage too. How many people are at Live Fest every year?
Close to 15,000 if you add everybody in. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Think
when you
about
talk
the opportunity, right?
Especially for Naples. I mean, that's amazing. Anywhere, really. But
To me, it's one of my favorite days of live music out of the entire year because it's just everybody you know, all having a great time, just letting loose. It's the holidays, and it's just so much fun. It's
Under the
all
stars.
high spirits, you know.
You know, you brought up a good point. You said local talent.
yeah.
Let's talk about how strong for a small town, and not necessarily a strong town with music history. There was no real music history. It's not, you know, we're not talking Beale Street, you know, we're not talking Broadway in Nashville.
Right.
You know, we're not talking Memphis. You know,
People aren't making songs about Fifth Avenue. Come on now.
not yet.
Walking down Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, not yet. But so, who will also be on stage for at least one or two songs, probably 1 to 2 songs, I think is what they're talking about, is Rock Republic is going to bring on Casey Bishop.
Right.
And Casey Bishop took, I believe, 4th place in American Idol as a 16 or 17-year-old, lives in Estero, Florida. So Casey's fantastic.
She is incredible. The girl has, I mean, they've said this about Christina Aguilera. She's got mutant lungs, but I mean, this girl does. She has got the most incredible voice, and it's so fun to listen to her. And she's so young. She's got her whole life ahead of her.
Yeah, and you know, year 1 and year 2 of Live Fest, we had the Ben Allen Band. Talk about, again, you know, I mean, he's a Tennessee guy, but he's, you know, transplanted down here.
Yeah.
And the Ben Allen Band, Ben himself was on The Voice, and he took, I believe, 6th place on The Voice. Again, out of small town Naples, right?
Yeah.
He took 6th place. I'll never forget, Ben and I are texting in like literally 2 to 3 minutes before he goes on stage on live camera on a major network to compete on The Voice. And I'm texting him back saying, why are you texting me right now before you go on stage? Aren't you nervous? And he goes, the reason I'm texting you is because I don't want to be nervous, and I want to talk to somebody who I know that will calm me down.
Yes.
And that's how cool that was. I'm literally, you know, texting Ben in the middle of The Voice right before he goes up there. And he did a great job on that show, and his band continues to do great around town, around the country. You know, they get booked at a lot of places, so we're blessed.
he's a
like
good
you
guy.
said, locally here, we're blessed. We've got some great bands.
But I think you're right on going back to the originals. I mean, that is kind of the difference between making that that jump. And songwriting, which, I love Island Hopper Songwriter Festival, which is now in its like 11th year, coming up on its 12th year. But I mean, it's so incredible to see these artists that are creating these amazing songs. I mean, well before AI could do it for us, Right. I mean, it's really cool to be able to see that. I equally love that portion of music. I love the word wizards that come up with the songs, and I love the people that have the crazy amount of talent to bring them to life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other thing too is you're talking about songwriting and the importance of that, because you've emceed or EMC'd, whatever you want to call it, a lot of shows.
Yeah.
You're with iHeartRadio for a long time.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite female voice.
Thank
and I've
you.
told you that before. It's true, because how many times have I told you that?
You've been, listen, you and I go way back, and I love that. I mean, ever since the first Live Fest, and it's so important to me. Number one, I love music, and the fact that this show is happening, and that you've brought this show, Mr. Live Fest has brought this show and brought our whole community together for this every year, and it's only grown and gotten bigger. I appreciate that so much. And so for me, when I have the opportunity to talk about that, to bring awareness to it, like, I'm going to do that every chance that I get. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. So,
but I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, well, no, it's true. And I've told you that before, so I'm not saying it on the show here for those who are watching it for the first time. Believe me. I love her voice. If you haven't heard her voice, it's amazing on radio. She's fantastic. She brings great energy, positive attitude. It's just like lifts the room up completely. Tell us about your journey into radio and being a live voice, and then being a promoter of events and all things music.
Okay, so I'm one of these weird children that knew what they wanted to do at a very early age. And I parallel Lainey Wilson, actually, because she realized at 9 years old what she wanted to do, and I did as well. I mean, I realized at 9 years old that I wanted to be on the radio. And it's the oddest story, but, I grew up a country kid in Boring, Oregon, and we did all of the country things. I mean, I lived on a farm. We went hunting. We fished. I mean, we raised cows. I mean, all of it. And one year we were going up into the mountains to go hunting, and one of the local radio stations had a honk if you're a hunter remote going on, where all the hunters would go by this live broadcast and honk their horn, and you would hear it on the radio.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was so simple, but I heard that and I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. Yeah. I want to do that. And then, of course, I think my dad said, yeah, they only work 4 hours a day. Well, that is a lie. That's not true. Yeah. Their show may be 4 hours a day. But I was like, I'm doing that. So then, honestly, the rest of my childhood was dedicated to what can I do to get into radio faster. So I did every type of media I could growing up. I was on the school newspaper. I did the school television show. I got into college, and I was lucky that in Oregon, the college I went to had one of the best programs for radio broadcasting in the state, and a lot of the local DJs in Portland were teaching classes there. So I knew networking is huge, so I just latched on and started hanging out with them at the very beginning and joining them on their shows at night, which was so cool to me. I just wanted to learn everything. I wanted to just suck up all of that. And so when I finally got to be on the radio, fun fact, first night ever that I was going to be on the radio on a major market radio station in Portland, I got in a car accident. A lady hit me and she gave me a concussion. And I was so determined. I was like, I am going to be on the radio. This is not going to stop me. And the ER doctor said, well, you do have to stay up tonight because you don't want to go to sleep with a concussion.
Perfect.
So if you want to be on the radio, I'm not going to stop you. And so I did. I got on the radio that night at midnight. I was like, I'm going to be on the radio.
Did you have any like bruising or bleeding?
Oh, no, I was bleeding. Yeah. I mean, I was
but
doing
radio.
I mean,
so is that what was that where they came up with the term? You have a face for radio.
Yes, yeah. Yep.
Oh my God,
love that one. That's not so much.
I mean,
true.
How appropriate though for that night, right?
I mean, it's not so much true anymore with social media, but honestly, I love radio for that. I mean, throughout all of my years, I love being in radio because of that. I mean, I can wear pajamas, I can, whatever the case. But
you're
not
beautiful,
like that
and it's fun because you have the whole package. You get up there, the crowd takes notice. I mean, I've watched it from backstage, and I watch it when you introduce me. I watch the energy that you bring and how you get them fired up. I mean, it's cool to watch. That's live.
I think it's because I truly enjoy music. I truly enjoy community. I truly enjoy being a part of something that's so cool. And I feel like that's probably where it resonates because it's not fake. I mean, I love to be a part of it. I moved here. I wanted to live in Florida my whole life. I mean, in Oregon, you watch the news and it would always say in Florida, it is sunny and 80. And in Oregon, it is always raining and 55. And I'm like, Mom, why can't we go to Florida? It is sunny and 80 every day. I'm going to move there someday. And then, finally, it was around when the market crashed back in like 2007, 8. Yeah. And I decided, you know what? I'm doing it. I don't need to stay here anymore.
You were in Oregon up until then?
Mm-hmm. I was in Washington. I had actually moved to Seattle, and I was doing radio in Seattle.
At a station? Which station?
I was doing I had the number one show on KMPS, which was the country station in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
But when the market crashed, budget cuts, and I was let go for that. And so I decided I'm going to collect unemployment from Florida. I'm just going to move. I don't have a job, but I'm just going to move across the country. I don't care. And I did, but crazily enough, I found a job within a week of moving here. And so I knew it was sort of fate that I was, and I fell in love with the people immediately.
Where did you move to first? What was the first city? Right here?
Here, Fort Myers.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I moved and I actually got a gig at the time, it was Clear Channel. And I was doing mornings on what is now 95.3 The Beach. And that's where I started my career here. And like I said, it's gone crazy throughout the years, but the one thing that has remained is that I have absolutely loved this area and the music that we bring here and the fact that we have so much incredible music because so many people love to be here too. I mean, who doesn't want to come to Southwest Florida and play music? It's amazing, right? That's why we're all doing it, right? I mean, you have a great time watching your band, Good Intentions, the other night. It's like, that's fun. We get to have fun.
Yeah, that was so great. I'm glad you guys came out, you and Lacey. That was fantastic. And we're also, just a little shout out, Lacey and Amy Lynn walk in, and Lacey has this bag, this colored bag, and she goes, I have something for you. And she's a fantastic artist. She's a fantastic painter. And on occasion, she will do special custom painted pants for people. And she'd been telling me about this and said, Steve, one day I'm going to bring you some pants. Mm-hmm. We're literally in the middle of our gig, middle of the first set. They walk in, they light up the room. I'm all smiles. I announce their arrival.
I know. Yeah. Seriously. I felt so good that night. I'm like, I've never felt better about being a part of the audience.
They walked in. They couldn't run. They couldn't hide. I announced their arrival. Anyhow, after the first set, was it the first set? Did you come in before the first set started, or were we in the middle of the first set?
Right before your second set
started.
Right
before the second set.
Right in between.
So we take a break. She gives me this bag, and it's a beautiful, colorful presentation. She gives to me. I open it up, and in there are the coolest hand-painted jeans. And I said, I'm going to wear these in the second set. So I went straight into the changing room, shall I say, the green room, if you want to call it, which at Whiskey Parties is the bathroom. Yeah. And I went in there and I changed into the jeans. They fit perfect. I came out immediately. Our drummer, Blake Owen, says to me, where'd you get those? I point over at Lacey and he goes, I want a pair. And I go, you got to talk to her. You got to talk to the boss. She'll tell you about it. But I wore them the whole second set. I wore them the rest of the night. I've worn them like 3 days to the next 3 days. I love them. They were fantastic. Like but so I'm up there on stage and I go, just so everyone knows, if you notice I'm wearing different pants, how rare is it that you're in the middle of a performance and you change with a gift that someone came in to give you in the middle of the night? How cool is that? So cool. That was awesome.
And the cool thing about her painted jeans is that it's not like she takes a pair of jeans and throws paint on them. She actually wears the pants and then she paints something that she's working on. And since she uses her hands mostly, she always like wipes stuff off on her pants. And so people absolutely love it. And so she ends up creating these things simply from work that she's working on, which I think is so incredible. I mean,
yeah. And then the other thing that's really cool, and I didn't notice it at first, but she goes, "Did you read the pockets?" And I said, "No, I didn't read the pockets. I just put on the pants because I was in the middle of the set. I had to hurry up and get back out there and sing, And she said, "Well, when you get a chance, read the pockets." So I got home that night and I read the pockets, and it was such great, thoughtful, deep messaging that she wrote and personalized to me. It was really special. Each pocket had a really cool message on it, and then she has this little stone that I noticed that was in one of the pockets. And I knew it was there for a special reason. I could just tell it was there for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So the next morning I get a text from her. She says, "I don't want you to think I'm weird with that stone in the pocket." And she sends me all the reason how the stone sends good vibes, good energy. And, so I have that stone every time I wear those jeans.
And just so you know.
Oh, there's one right there.
Yes, this is true. This is like classic Lacey. Like, I have one in here because same story. She's like, you need to put this in your pocket because this is for energy and positive luck and all this.
I love it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, how cool is that? She's just a special
I'm
lady.
just letting you know, it's like, it's not a gimmick or anything. This is just who this girl is, which that I think that she's incredible. She actually painted 2 sides of the Legacy Tower on Fort Myers Beach.
Oh, wow.
After the hurricane, which I think was just so incredible because that actually brought color and life back to an area that was
decimated.
Yes. And I mean,
by multiple hurricanes.
Sadly, the 2 of us lost everything. We were very, very, very fortunate to come out unscathed because we did ride out the hurricane out on Sanibel Island with friends, and we had to be rescued off of the island in a Chinook chopper the day after the hurricane.
Because the whole bridge went down.
It was gone. I mean, we had the first responders coming through saying, call out, who's out here, they coming through with the baskets and lifting people up in the middle of the day. And then we happened to be fortunate enough to be close enough to an area they could land one of the Chinook choppers in the afternoon the next day. They said, basically, if you don't come now, we cannot guarantee you when you'll be able to get off of this island because there is no causeway, everything. I mean, we had no communication or anything really aside from the SOS alerts telling us to, remain in place and in shelter, for the next however many. It kept saying like 3.5 hours. And I'm like, this house isn't going to make it.
Was
3.5
that
hours.
Was that
Yeah,
Ian?
that was Ian.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so devastating.
Yeah, Hurricane Ian. Wow.
But I mean, I was so happy that 7 dogs and us. What was actually 9 dogs, 2 seniors and 3 adults made it out on the Chinook chopper. But you know what I will say to everyone that's listening, when they say have a plan, yeah, there's one plan to make it through said hurricane, but you should always know if someone is going to drop you off in the middle of nowhere from a Chinook chopper, you should know where you're going to go next, right?
Yeah.
Because that's something that was not considered, like that everything's going to be gone and you're going to need to figure out where you're going next with your 7 animals. They want you to surrender. No, I'm running away from the shelter. Like, no, we got to get out of here. So yeah.
So country, you've always loved country.
I do. I mean,
Is
I grew
that
up
your
country.
fave? Everything.
I love all music. I mean, I will say that.
Favorite country artists. Top 3. I'm pulling right out of Pat Jira's. Playbook.
So I love Casey Musgraves. She is incredible. And I love Maren Morris. I think she's incredible. And I love Ella Langley. She is so on fire right now. I love Lainey Wilson. I think she is great also. Ashley McBride has one of the most incredible albums out right now also. So yeah, those are probably just some of the top few that
How about
that I love.
something that's really current right now? I saw Keith Urban last night. And
Yeah.
he's got a new lady who I believe was in the band on stage,
killing
playing the fiddle, killing it.
Yeah, Maggie Baugh.
Yeah, tell me about her. I mean, you know musicians and you know female.
She's incredible, and all I know about this girl is that she's been playing for a very long time, since she was a child, and so she's really had a come up into her own with this. I had no idea about any of this, but I will say that throughout the time that they were, Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman, you know, are still in their relationship and still creating the facade that it's perfect and all that. All I kept thinking is, I've seen the shows that Nicole's in, and I've seen the scenes she's created, and I do not understand how you do something like that and you go home and I don't know, you like promote it and then you go home to your significant other and like, what do you... maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I don't know. I think even the most relaxed and non-jealous person would be like, you know, because
you could see the energy.
She did some racy stuff. But what I will say, I feel like anything that we are told about anything going on is probably so opposite of what's actually going on.
Yeah.
I mean, because you know when the whole Riley Green, Ella Langley, Megan Maroney thing came out, I have heard so many people say, that's so funny. That's the best story in Nashville. So I have no idea what the real story is, but I feel like a lot of it is sort of just a narrative that's made up. But you know, the sad thing about the internet is they run with it, right? So poor Maggie Baugh, she had to stop performing with Keith for a while because they were just bombarding her with hate. You know, the internet just comes at you and attacks you, and it's terrible. But all I know is I hope that he's happy. That's all I truly want. I mean, if you're not in a good situation, life is too short to not be in a situation that makes you happy, period.
Yeah, what a great performer. I mean, last night right here in Naples, we had Keith Urban and we had Blake Shelton playing at a private event. And I was there, you know, up close, and they put on a great show. But I tell you, Keith Urban and Maggie, wow, what energy up there on stage. They really put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, he's one of the best guitar players.
Keith, yeah.
Yeah, Keith Urban, one of my favorites. Brad Paisley, another incredible guitar player. If you're talking about simply just musically, one of the most incredible people.
Yeah, he cranks that guitar and the leads, and then the way he also hits the harmonics on the guitar was amazing.
I know somebody else that did that. I've got a video of you hitting that harmonica. That was like, dang, get on with your best self, Mr. Lifefest.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you. Love the harmonica. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's some fun times. So tell us what's in the future for you. I know you do a lot on social media. You're in a lot of places. What's ideal for you? Where do you want to do?
You know, I first of all, I just want to say, like, for those that I know listen to Cat Country and to 95.3 The Beach, I just want to say thank you for listening, because unfortunately that's something that you're not given the chance to say when things go down. So I just want to say I really appreciate that you listened. And obviously if you listened, you're listening now, and I'm not there to know. It was no doing of my own, but I really appreciate you listening, and thank you so much for your support. That is the most important thing that I want to say, because I truly appreciate everyone that was listening, not only here locally, but through the app all over the country. And so I really appreciate that. I mean, I cannot say that enough. Now, in the future, I love being on the radio. So that may be something in the near future that happens, because that's my love. I mean, I told you when I was 9, I wanted to be on the radio. The best part of my day is being on the radio. The best part of my day was the hours that I spent on the radio. Now, I love talking. I don't know if you could tell, but brevity is not one of my strong suits. I've been told that numerous times by bosses, but maybe something that's more talk, less music. But I love music. So, and like I said, going back to that, I love all kinds of music. I Led Zeppelin, I got to see Plant and Page back in the day, and that was one of my favorite shows I ever got to see. I saw them twice. The first time, Jimmy Page was not sober, but still incredible. The second time, he was sober, and I mean, he blew me away. And Robert Plant is incredible. Tom Petty, love Tom Petty, love Pink Floyd. But then, yeah, I love pop music too. I mean, love me some Meghan Trainor. So I really am somebody that really... I've worked in all genres of music as well in radio. I have done everything from classic rock to pop to country music and oldies. My first job was true oldies, like 50s and 60s.
Yikes.
And I loved it because I Peter Noon from the Herman's Hermits and Davy Jones, and I met Frankie Valli. And I was fangirling back then because I love those guys. You know, I grew up with those. I'm listening to all those guys. So I love all music. I would love to get back in. I love radio, so that would be incredible. But I'm going to still, keep trucking. And we're so lucky now with technology that we have the opportunity to do incredible things even on our own. And so I'm working, still doing voice work. So yeah, if anybody needs voice work, if anybody needs, any of their commercials read for their business, I'm here for you. So
best voice in the business. Also, for all those radio stations that are watching the show here at Live Fest Club, you're going to have a short window of opportunity to bid for the services of this lady because she will not last long. She's a hot commodity, and I'm telling you, she's got the best female voice on the radio. That's my opinion, always has been.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. No, I love it. I hope that comes through because truly I do. I love being on the radio. I love talking to people. I love interacting with people. It's weird to be on this side of the interview situation because I'm usually the one that's like.
We still feel like you're interviewing us.
I was going to say.
Some change of pace.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pat? You got some.
Yeah, well, number one, I'm going to talk to her about 239 Live. I think me and Kevin have an idea we'd love to entertain with her. But some of your favorite interviews that you've done.
Oh, boy. Okay, so one of my favorites was in Seattle. They flew us out to Chicago to interview Brad Paisley in an airport hangar. He had just received his jet, his private jet. And so he flew the jet to this hangar and we were able to interview him. And that was such an incredible situation. So absolutely love him. Garth Brooks was so incredible too. And he was so nice. I mean, again, it's one of those things where, the people that are the ones that are like kind of handling, they always have to come on and be like, hey, you have like 30 seconds. You need to wrap it up because I could talk forever to these people. But I will say one of my favorite days every year when we were doing this and still to date, some of my favorite interviews, Golisano Children's Hospital. We had the chance to interview the kids and they're some of the most incredible human beings I have ever met. I mean, it will change you as a human being. And we have the most incredible doctors here and one of the most incredible facilities. We're so lucky. So I will say that some of my favorite interviews have been those with the kids because there's absolutely no way they can't change your perspective on life because they have such a positive outlook on things. They just see things through a different lens, no matter what they're going through. And I'm telling you, it truly like hits you in the soul. And I absolutely love it. It was one of my favorite days. If I could bring that back, I would bring back the way to make copious amounts of money to help all the children that unfortunately are battling something they should never have to deal with. So
on the flip side, was there any interview or interviews that
Tom Green.
Not pleasant or
I didn't.
Awkward?
Tom Green was not pleasant. That was very polite.
Yeah. And
Tom Green, interesting.
Yeah, that was
Was that just weird or was he rude?
He was, yeah.
All of the above.
Tom Green absolutely thought that I should have followed his career probably more than I did. And I did follow his career. I mean,
he had an MTV show. What else is there to really...
Well, he had the movie, too.
Oh, he had the Freddie Got Fingered,
Yeah, so...
Some great work, Ricky.
And then earlier in Seattle, there was an interview that I did with Joey Fatone from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
NSYNC.
But I thought it was funny at the time, but probably wasn't so much. But I called him Joey Fat One because that's how his name is spelled. And so, yeah, I mean, it was.
So you got upset
Joey
about that?
Fat One.
Joey Fat One.
That's great.
I mean, he's not really.
No, but look at the spelling of the name.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't know as much about Joey as I probably
You didn't
did
do your
about
research on
Justin.
NSYNC.
Yeah. So when I interviewed him again, I knew my stuff.
Sure.
I wanted to make that, but because honestly, I never want to have a bad interview with anyone. I mean, I truly want to have a great experience, and I do research people that I interview. If I don't know what they're about, and even if I do know what they're about, I want to see what they're up to and try to find out things that maybe nobody knows about so that I can talk about things that maybe people haven't heard before. You know, that's where I like to get in and try to get some new information out there.
And what about one person that you really is on your bucket list to interview?
Oh, boy. Well, back in the day, it was Britney Spears, but I
Really?
probably wouldn't say that necessarily anymore, although
Let me
never.
just ask why Britney Spears.
I really was in awe of how she exploded on the scene. I really was. I mean, I was doing CHR. I was working a morning show at that point in time, and she was the absolute biggest thing to come up in like early 2000s, like late 1999, 2000, 2001. So for me, that was like the pinnacle. Now, I will tell you, one of my first interviews was Debbie Harry from Blondie.
Oh, wow.
I love Debbie Harry.
And she terrified me. I mean, I was so scared.
What year are we talking?
It was, I'm going to say 1998.
That's when they reunited, right? They made an album.
So they were playing in Portland. And I had a DAT machine. Anybody know what that is? Because that will tell you how long I've been doing this career.
What kind of machine?
A DAT machine.
No.
And it was like a portable recording device. Little cassette tape. But I was so nervous. I put the batteries in the machine backwards. And I never got any audio from the interview. Like, I interviewed her. I was terrified. And I never got any audio from it. So it was a complete fail. And that was and honestly, it was such a good learning lesson. That was
never made that mistake again,
nope,
right?
I never did. That was be prepared.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how scared you are, you like dot your I's, cross your T's, and be prepared. And always have a backup source. You never want to have just one source of audio going. You always want to have a backup no matter what, because something will fail. So you want to have that ready to go.
Note to Ricky Haas.
Yeah, Ricky Haas, yeah. Fun fact, Steve, Blondie technically recorded the first or second ever rap song in the history of music videos.
It was first, Rapture.
It was the first, Rapture.
Mm-hmm.
But
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fab Five Freddy took her to the Bronx where hip-hop had originated, and she really liked it, and it was really the first song or video
that was more
it
was not singing. I mean, definitely talking, rapping.
She literally had bars in the song.
Wow.
Fun fact for the night, Steve.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to tell the audience? And
hello, get your tickets to Life Fest.
Yeah.
Right? I
Well,
mean,
there's only a few left.
Hurry up.
What I will say is for those that want to go to Life Fest and want to be, because I know this from the amount of years that we have taken part in this, that if you want to be up close, you want pit tickets. And I do not know what the situation is on those, but if you don't have pit tickets, you probably want to look on livefest.com and find that out, because they are the ones that are going to get you right up close to the stage, which is, I mean, in my opinion, that's where I want to be. I mean, everybody else was partying. I know last year in the VIP, and Old Dominion came on, and I was like, gotta go. I'm going to the front because I love them so much.
You said Commissioner Kowal literally say he said the VIP tickets, the club seats, but the pit is where it's at.
Yeah, well,
I mean, any tickets you can get into Life Fest.
Of course.
It's good.
Yeah.
So
I'm
a
not
lot
saying
of,
that, but
a
I'm
lot
just
of people
saying.
don't know, though, the pit's going to be modified this year. What we're doing is, the stage, the thrust that comes out of the center of the stage and brings the entertainer out into, that's what some people call it the tongue. It's the thrust. We're lowering that this year to make it much more personal.
Oh.
So that rather than looking up at the entertainer, you're going to be literally, like definitely able to do lean in, high fives, low fives.
I like that.
And much better, closer eye contact with them. You won't be looking up at them so much. You'll be, looking more mid-body. So we're bringing that thrust down to make it even that more intimate in the pit. So it's going to be even better. But there's only it sells out every year. We're, 3.5 weeks or so, 3 weeks out from the show. And there's, I want to say last I heard there was like 100 tickets left in the pit. All the VIP experiences, stage right, are sold out. The Live Fest Club, which is now the Cutwater Club, that Cutwater took the sponsorship there, that's all sold out, and that's 800 people there. All the VIP suites have been sold out for many months. So there's just a couple hundred left in the pit max, and then there's a few hundred in GA. I think maybe 900 or something left in GA, and that's all sold out. And that usually goes, it sells out before the show. So you better hurry up.
Your show is definitely one of the local shows that I've experienced where all of the highest price tickets sell out before any of the general admission tickets. It's like people get on and they know the experience that they want to have. So they are right on it. They're getting the VIP, but it truly is, your friends are going. So this is one of those things where they plan it out a year in advance. So they're coming down here specifically for that, and they're getting their friends together for this fun night, and it's right around the holidays, and it's totally worth it.
One year, Live Fest Club, which was a Garrison Brother Live Fest Club at the time. Now, again, it's Cutwater. So shout out to Cutwater. But that section sold out in 19 minutes. Complete sell, to your point, and was the highest end individual ticket at the time. Sold out in 19 minutes.
Wow.
So,
but
anyhow, it's been fantastic having you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I've been so excited. I mean, this is definitely something that we've talked about, but I'm so happy that it has come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe when we get DJ Riffic on here, we could maybe bring her back and do a duo interview.
For sure.
I would love that.
Sure.
I love DJ Riffic. And congratulations to him, because he recently got married to his lovely wife, Nikki.
His wife is awesome, too, because she's right there with him when he's DJing, helping him out. He DJ'd Larry's birthday party at the Perry rooftop, and this was in August, and they wanted it. This was the first time. Usually they were under the roof there, but they wanted to launch by the pool, so outside, and the equipment kept overheating. And she was just there helping him with multiple fans, doing whatever she could to cool the equipment down. So he definitely found a keeper.
You got to love that. And she's a nurse, too. She's got her own whole career going as well. But I love that. I mean, it's all about supporting each other, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, fantastic having you.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll be in touch as usual. So thanks again for coming on the show, Amy Lynn.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it. It's been fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's